this cabin.
Nice, huh? I like how it evokes the original 911 in this the way they it's the vertical.
The 930 dashboard.
Yes. And at the same time they managed to modernize it quite well.
Of course. This is damn.
That needle for some reason is just very, very nice to look at.
This is the thing that car makers don't understand. You give us LCD.
Yeah.
There's no sense of depth.
Yep.
I mean, you can pretend sense of depth with the graphics, but it's never the same.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's an MGF.
Oh, wow. Actually, I made this point when I reviewed the facelift Bentayga recently. Remember that time when we drove the Bentayga, it had the two analog dials, and then you say how the screen and the dial forms a nice homogeneous appearance, right?
Yep.
The new Bentayga is a full LCD, and I feel that's a bit sayang because what you say about the homogeneous integration between the analog dial and the screen.
Yep.
It's a nice art form to admire.
BMW was the first.
Yeah.
BMW in the F10.
Yep.
The down below the dial is actually the LCD screen.
Yes.
But it integrates so well
into one homogeneous appearance.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Like Lexus with the IS,
Yeah.
ISF, right? They have the analog dial that moves.
Yes.
Then you have the LCD behind that shows the graphics and all that.
Yes.
That's the way to do it. It feels expensive.
It feels special. It feels special.
And this little beautiful needle in there. I'm not sure about the material quality. I mean, given that I'm not too big of a fan of like there's too much plastics in here.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, there are quality stuff.
Yeah.
But you see the steering wheel, there's a bit of a squeak here
and
there.
Yeah, I know.
Because of the plastics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you get with plastics. But why they do plastics is because they want you to spec some exotic materials.
Yeah.
The satin chrome finish or carbon finish and all that nonsense.
Oh, lovely.
Porsche is Porsche.
Yeah, man. You know the beauty of this car is that you can take this to Sepang, whack it lap after lap, and drive it home.
That's Porsche for you. Even though the car is already a lot bigger, right? Than previous generation, but when you still compare to everything on the road, it's still
quite
compact. Yeah, still quite compact.
And what I like, just now when I was driving from Sungai Besi to here, what I really appreciate about this car is how unintimidating it is to drive. It's a very, very accessible sports car,
easy to drive.
Right? You see you go over those poor surfaces, the ride quality is like,
is that a real one? That's a real one.
It is.
Great suspension. I mean, it's a Porsche lah.
It is.
How do you fault them?
Exactly.
They did such a great job. I mean, the interior is really nice. But again, do you notice that even the door handles are plastic?
Yeah.
Everything is plastic.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. It's like what you said. It's obviously
plastic, but high quality.
For you to upspec or for them to
upcharge you.
Yeah.
Oh, you spec 200,000? That's not enough.
Yeah.
You need to spec more.
400,000. Yeah. I'm also assuming that they're also leaving room there when they eventually introduce the turbo lah, the what and all, right?
It's a fake one.
Yes.
Just because I don't think it's real. No, it's a fake one.
It's a narrow body lah.
Narrow body E60. What?
C63.
I think you look at Ferrari interiors.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Leather, a lot of leather.
Yeah. You were saying Ferrari interior, a lot of leather?
Leather, but also a lot of plastics.
Correct.
And they don't want to, like Bentley and Aston Martin, right? A lot of metal stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Those stuffs are heavy.
Correct.
Right? Walao.
It's amazing to think this is just the entry-level engine,
Well, we're in the turbocharged era now.
Yeah.
And I know I have a weird feeling now that I think Porsche made it sound nice.
Yes, yes, yes.
Whereas Ferrari, their turbos, it's just noise.
Yeah.
But the F8 is different lah.
Yeah, F8.
The 488 memang no sound lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Lovely. Oh, Porsche. Still Porsche.
Yeah, man.
A lovely car to drive. Ever so precise.
Yeah.
Still so comfortable. So easy to drive.
Yeah. It's so unintimidating, right?
Yeah. Oh, the sound.
Oh.
You're like, ah, turbo? Turbo man? Got sound oh! And it's proper sound.
Yes.
It's not those, they only do the nonsense.
It's the sound, right, that tingles your bones,
Yes,
you know.
this is the kind of sound we wanted, not the stupid fart can. You know, now all the modern performance cars, all they do is just the stupid farts.
Yes.
This is nice, this proper engine sound.
Yeah.
Exhaust that follows the engine, not just noise.
Yeah, man.
Lovely.
You gotta hand it to Porsche, man.
Oops, I need to switch position because I need to open my window for touch and go. Lovely.
What a beautiful day.
What a nice sound.
Yeah, man.
Oh, ini macam NA weh.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, oh, say lo.
And TJ is waiting for us, don't forget.
I know. Oh. You know when we drove the 718
Yeah.
the 2-liter turbo,
Yeah.
2.5,
Yeah.
no sound.
The 4-cylinder lah.
Yeah.
It's different lah. I mean, I drove the 718 also. I think it was the Cayman. I can't remember, was it the Cayman or Cayman? I think it's the Cayman S. Very precise, superb handling, but lacking in drama from the engine.
But the thing is, this is not just the noise that we wanted.
Yes.
We wanted it to sound nice, and they managed to make this right.
Yeah.
Sounds very much like those days Porsches without turbo.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not as blaring in a way.
Yep.
But you still get the same tone.
Yes,
You know?
yes. It sounds. It's a sound that goes into your bones.
It's still the same singer, just that maybe a little bit caught a bit of cold.
Yeah.
Not so loud.
Yeah.
But it's still it's still the same singer.
Yes.
You can tell.
Yes.
Lovely. Whereas Ferrari, from a beautiful sound to just noise.
Yes.
But F8 of course changed it.
Yeah.
Ooh. And I like that. I mean, it's quite highly charged, right? 3-liter, 450.
Yep.
Even at those normal speed that I was driving just now, the throttle response was good.
Yeah.
Good throttle response. There's barely any weight. There's still still noticeable, but it's negligible.
Yeah.
Negligible.
They managed the
Yes.
boost very well.
Yes, I'm not even in sports mode.
Yeah.
I'm just in
exactly
normal.
Right. Exactly right.
See, I move my throttle now. I give turbocharged engine. I'm moving my leg down.
Yeah.
Lifting, going down. See?
Mm.
Wow! It responds way.
Yeah, man. But I believe it is easier to mitigate turbo lag when you are boosting a large capacity engine,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Versus you boost a 2-liter.
Yes. But it did a really good job.
Yeah, man.
It's much better than whatever 535i, 640i, and all that nonsense. See? You can feel when I move my leg, right? You can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, you managed this well, huh?
Yeah.
You gave the car that kind of NA experience, real NA experience, not just how fast the car boosts in, but how responsive it is.
Correct.
Because like the E63, they managed to make it boost really fast, but it's distinctive turbocharged.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just that it pumps in the power really fast.
Yeah.
But this is responsive. The throttle part.
Yeah.
I like it. Of course, you get this with the NA 911s lah.
Yeah.
And it's so refined interior.
It's such a complete sports car, you know. It's a very complete sports car.
It has none of that you know when we look at a Singer, it's like wow, all the detailed design, all the materials and all that. It doesn't have any of that. It's all replaced by plastics, but it gives you a very sporting. It's just sporty. It's all out sporty now. The interior. There's no intention of wanting to tell you that oh look, exotic material here, exotic material there.
But it's quality. The quality is there. Quality is
just
there.
that I don't like the steering wheel because I think steering wheel, the design is really nice.
But like what you said lah, it's also
fucking hell.
It's the room for them to spec more materials. You just purposely detour to use the tunnel, right?
What else? Beware of speed trap.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Oh, you went back to auto. So I downshift it and all that, right?
Yeah.
So after a while, you went back to auto.
Or you have to press the M button here, I think, to.
No, I mean I like it. I like it. I don't like those like my Beamer. I shift it once. I need to go move the gear stop up to turn it back to auto.
Yeah.
It does it by itself. Everything is lovely. Small touch points that I felt like the pedals could have been fatter.
Fatter.
Yeah, it's thin and not long enough. If it's long enough, then you get a good grip of it lah. But small complaints lah. Steering wheel, of course. This is one thing that I think they should put proper materials here. So that you don't feel that flimsiness. So you can hear it.
Yeah. That one. I think it's an unfortunate flaw in an otherwise.
You spec it to the expensive material.
Yeah.
That's what they want you to do, right? But the design is spot on. The floating buttons, wow. But I reckon, I don't know, they have weight targets also. That's the thing with sports cars. Very hard to argue. Like you test drive this car, and then you test drive an AMG GT. Yes, AMG GT, the looks is more outrageous. But the ride cannot fight. You know. The way it drives, that car is different. But I don't think it's as easy to extract performance in that car as opposed to this.
You really like the Mercedes AMG 4.0. But then again, you can get a V8 in almost in.
But some people want that loudness in of that car, right? They want that outrageous design.
Correct.
Right, the loud looks. And then the front can exhausts.
That's where it delivers.
And of course, a V8 sounds very different from a 6-cylinder lah. But 6-cylinder, they made it this way, right? It gives you the chance to rev the car, as opposed, again, I'm gonna make that sound again, to just loads of torque, you know, like that. You don't get that revving sensation. Yes, the zing, the you know, that kind of feeling is so different from just putting your throttle down. You know, that one is just a shit ton of torque.
Man. This one you just seem to want to rev it every chance you get, right?
Yeah. It makes me want to want to hear it, want to rev it, you know.
Whereas with the AMG GT, right, you want to rev it, but at the same time you are a bit intimidated by the.
Very intimidated, and then the ride, right? It's rather bumpy.
This one you can actually use it as a daily car, even the family commitments, in a way. Like.
Yeah, small. Your kids will fit. True. Your kids can fit. But I don't know, man. For me, this level of build, Germans definitely should have. But given that the choice of material that they use, you know, see, plastics, plastic. Okay, leather, but leather on plastic. See this one?
Oh my god, yeah.
It's leather on top of plastic,
Yeah.
straight away. There's no foam inside or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a shit ton of plastic, but very precise and well put together.
Yeah.
There are merits when car makers use quality plastics, because, to be honest, like I said, car interior, if you use plastic or carbon fiber, they serve the exact same purpose, which is useless.
Yeah.
Carbon fibers don't serve any purpose in your interior, apart from getting yellow every few years.
Yeah.
Then you need to go to detailers and restore the gloss and all that.
Yeah.
Waste of money.
Yeah.
Right?
Darren may disagree.
Okay, it's not a waste of money, but it makes your car ugly every few years. Carbon fibers go yellow.
Oh.
Yes,
Yeah.
they turn yellow.
Okay.
Very ugly yellow. So if you have a real carbon fiber and a fake one, after a few years, the real one will get yellow.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Right.
And interior, what we want is just sturdy materials and lightweight.
Yeah.
And if Porsche save you some costs in things like this, they could have put it in other places.
Yeah.
And it still achieved the same purpose of lightweight.
And what you say about the quality is right, because just now you were going over some really bad surfaces, right? Not a single squeak.
Of course.
The only squeaking part actually is what you point out is the steering. And that's only
wheel.
if you go and press it.
Only if you go and press it.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't, ma.
It shouldn't. Yeah.
It shouldn't, ma, right? If it's leather wrap and all that, right, it will be a proper, comfortable surface to put your hands on, right? But this is pure plastic. Again, I'm going to say this, these are quality plastics from Europe, not your China, Malaysia suppliers and all that nonsense, right? These are quality stuffs. It's just that they are still plastics.
Yeah.
There's so many phone calls on today. Oh, yeah. Okay, I need to stop for a while.
Okay, you need to off this.
Yeah.
Now it's New Horizon policy, right? When Tesla must wear matching watch.
Carrera. Yep. So, gonna give you a quick look around the entire design. It's absolutely beautiful, but also in a very robotic, very futuristic, technical, German kind of design. There's nothing here in the design that tells you it wants to pretend to be luxurious, like how a Bentley is, or an Aston Martin, or a Rolls Royce, or Mercedes Benz. It is a very, I don't know how to put it, there's a 90s Sony vibe to it, you know. Plastics, but everything is well put together. Even the plastics are quality stuff being put together. The switches and all that, they didn't go and use a lot of expensive metal kind of sensation or buttons and all that. And here you have two screens that are slanted towards each other to make you have the impression that it's curved. But then in here you have a very analog, very mechanical, beautiful metal needle. I hope it's metal, not just chrome, but there's no difference. And over here on the door card, see, everything is well fitted together. But listen to this. It's plastic with a leather wrap on top. No sponge, no foam in between. So, and then this entire thing, right? Usually German car makers would use metal, but of course you can spec it in whatever you want. That's the modern day Porsche. This is in plastic. It's in plastic. Oh, sorry. It it is plastic. So as you can see, what they have done is that they allow you to spec a lot of things, but the base of it is still very, very nice. This one, I'm not appreciative of it. Can you hear it? See this one? I push it, it will move. So the steering wheel doesn't feel solid, doesn't feel German. The steering wheel just feels, doesn't reflect the price point. But again, if you spec it in leather, spec it in carbon fiber, of course the sensation will be different. Of course it will be stronger. You can spec it in metal, you know, things like that, or aluminium panels. And overall, the whole cabin is just, I just love the 911. They call it the waterfall design, right? A very straight cut design. And over here, you'll be wondering, why does it feel like a B segment car here all of a sudden? Very narrow, very small, very low. Because when you drive on the track, you don't want anything to block your swing elbow, right? That's why they don't make a tall console, let you rest your arm like a GT car. This is a sports car, alright? Paddle shifters, I'm sure this is some exotic material. It doesn't feel plastic, maybe magnesium or something, but I just kind of felt it's a bit short. It could have been a bit taller. And this matte finish, right, is a bit slippery compared to the previous setting chrome one, where you get a more solid surface to kind of grip your finger. This one has the sports chrono package, you see that, and then this one, which changes the drive mode. I kind of find the font a bit funny, right? The font doesn't look serious, doesn't look German. Anyway, the whole car is just fantastic in terms of how it drives, how it rides. On my way here, I'm in Sport Plus mode, and then the whole car just feels wonderful, even if it's in Sport Plus. So the 992, if you ask me, does it perform any different from 991? It's very hard for me to tell. I'm not a Porsche fanatic. As for design, I kind of felt this part is a bit too squarish, the entire thing. I hope there is a bit of sculpture to it, but then that will make it look like the 991. Alright, so you have these 4 spot headlamps that used to be an exclusive for turbo models. Now it's across the board. These are simple, good rims, but then of course you can spec much better ones. You have a racing spoiler at the back here, which you can retract, and these are the new Porsche tail lamps, the unibrows I call them. Alright, the rear has the same cutout design, which, to be honest, I don't like it at all. It feels very Robocop, it feels very robotic. The old Porsche look, right, there's a sculpture to it. All these are gone, right? There's a nice sculpture to the rear, but now it's just one big chunk. So in terms of design, I actually prefer the 991 over the 992. I felt the 992 is a bit too clean cut. Everything is rather clean off already, right? Even this one, right? So I like the older, the kind of more voluptuous, more flowing kind of design. But of course, this one gives you a totally different expression, right? It's really, the only word I can use is robotic. It feels robotic. It feels Robocop-ish. It feels like a manga kind of car. You see the way they design things? Yeah. And there's a very liberal use of plastics. Oh, one more thing. This one that pops up when you... Oops. Have I locked the door? Oh no. Yeah. This one, this thing that pops up, you have to spec it. You have to pay for it. Alright? So overall, it's just a very, very nice car to drive, to sit in. I love the pedal position. This is the best footwell ever designed. The pedal, the throttle pedal, is vertical. That's actually how we rest our legs, you know, when we're seated. I find it extremely comfortable to do this in the car instead of like that. Then I will do that, you know, in most cars. This one, I can just rest it like that and I drive like that. Actually, it's a perfect position. I tell you, this makes such a huge difference to daily driving, and even in the track and all that. It's just a wonderful throttle pedal position. Of course, you can spec better material as well. Everything here is speccable. Yep, even this one, you want to spec it in a different material, you can. It can be done in a separate piece, right? Even this, you can spec it. Even this, you can spec it. Even this, you can spec it. Even this, all these things, you can spec it to your own liking. So it's a very smart design that allows them to charge you, but allows you to splurge more in the car and enjoy splurging it in the process. Alright, another winner for Porsche. Makes me really want to own a Porsche one day. Yep. Only if there is a 4-seater convertible. My next car will be a Porsche. Yeah. Alright, please come up with a 4-seater Panamera 2-door convertible, please, Porsche. Please. I want to be a Porsche owner. I really want to be a Porsche owner. But I want a 4-seater sports GT convertible. Alright? Cheers, guys. Wonderful car.